Right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth through the Holy Spirit, and a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to your Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing this knowledge and truth and this sincerity. It's your brother Barzar from the GMS Arizona Camelo as well with another quick lesson to edify through the Holy Spirit. These so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the true children of Israel according to the scriptures and according to prophecy. Shalom. All right. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get Matthew's 24th chapter to begin this lesson. This is just a quick in transit. A more than spiritual rant. Just speaking a little bit about things that I'm seeing, in the news, things that I'm seeing. Brothers post about things that we're seeing in prophecy that's currently taking place. And, one of the major things is that Iran is firing missiles, near a U.S. consulate in Iraq. And basically it's been explained as a payback, for what, the Israeli and U.S. forces have done, or U.S.-backed forces, Slovakia, if I have that wrong. I'll pull up a news clip here in a minute, but what those forces have done to the Houthis, all right, which is an Iranian-backed military faction, all right, and so Iran fired these missiles and they're claiming full responsibility. They're not throwing a rock and hiding their hand. They're claiming full responsibility. So this is just one more step closer, okay, to what's prophesied in the scriptures as World War III. Right, so now we're really seeing the manifestation of the beginning of sorrows and the last few prophecies that we need to check off the list, because it's going to be events, these skirmishes that are going to gradually lead to a full-blown war, a war to end all wars, which is World War III, or the third woe as prophesied in the scriptures. So brothers get excited when they see these types of articles and these types of clips, pop up in the news, because these are the things that we're looking for. Matthew's 24:2, it says, "And Yahweh Shai said unto them," this is Yahweh Shai speaking to the disciples, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So they're inquiring. They said, what are we supposed to be looking for? All right. And this is what Yahweh Shai said. It says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And that spirit is heavy out there right now. You got a whole lot of King Davids. Everybody you want to be King David. People claiming to be the Most High. People claiming or trying to take away Yahweh Shai from the scriptures, or take away the worship of Yahweh Shai. Trying to diminish his value. You really got Israelite groups out there like Sakari that are doing that right now. So you really seeing these prophecies play out. Now, what did Yahweh Shai say? This is his answer to the disciples asking, what are the signs of the coming of the end of the world? So we know that we're living in the end when we're seeing these things taking place, right now, this very day, in this very moment, in this very hour. So we know we're living in that time. It says, verse 5, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So there's going to be wars. There's going to be fighting. We got Ukraine and Russia. We got these Houthis battling. The U.S.-backed forces, U.S. and U.S.-backed forces. We got Israel and Iran always, having issues, and that war on the Gaza Strip taking place. You got hot wars that take place, and then you have rumors of wars. Certain events. One faction might kill a military leader from another faction, so it's been discussed in the news that that's going to lead to retaliations, and that can escalate things between different war powers and different countries. So all of these things are taking place right now, man, which is what? A sign of the end of the world. Verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, right? Which is all currently taking place. We begin this year, 2024, with an earthquake. Where was that at? In Japan, I believe. Major earthquake. Lord shook that place up real good. You see? So we're seeing these things take place. All right? Why? Because we're living in that time of the end. And it's only going to intensify more and more as the day draws closer. You see? So, again, because what we're doing is looking for the end, just like the disciples. We want to see the end of Babylon the Great. We want to see the fall of America, the end of the kingdom of Esau, Edom. That's what we're looking for. Just like the disciples, we're looking for the coming of the second coming of Yahweh Shai, when he was going to return and when this world was going to end, because they knew that we're not going to get our kingdom until that happens. So we're looking for the same thing, and this place is going to fall by way of war. Yahweh Shai is coming back with his angels to wage war against Esau, Edom, and to destroy his kingdom. So this is what we're looking for. So verse 8 says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. So we're looking at the beginning of sorrows, right? This is what we're seeing take place in the earth, the beginning of sorrows, where the things that we just read are coming to pass. The things that we just read are taking place. That's why, we had the news clip hit that Iran is escalating things over there. Let's get to this Revelations real quick. Third woe coming quickly. This is Revelations 11:14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And that word woe means destruction. Okay? That word woe means destruction. And so this great destruction is coming quickly. All these skirmishes that we read about and that we see that pop up in the news is leading up to that. And Elder Apostle always says, man, this war, the third woe, isn't gonna go hot until the prophecy of the MOTB comes to pass, and we experience Jacob's trouble in the hour of temptation. That's why it's beautiful, the timing of everything, because it's all happening. It's all happening at once. You got these wars building up, which is gonna pull the U.S. into a broader war. Then you got you got the infrastructure already set for them to be able to implement the MOTB, and then you have this year, Lord willing, been a year of Jacob's trouble. So we right there. And when that hour of temptation come and that C-HIP is fully implemented on the planet Earth, then, hey, as Elder Apostle Dahar says, hey, the Lord gonna speed everything up, the Lord is going to speed everything up. Let's check this video out real quick. Nah, I won't want that. Let's get this one. Salaki, if there's a commercial.
Doubts about green health supplement. This morning, explosions in the city of Erbil, Iraq, after neighboring Iran launched ballistic missiles claiming to target the local headquarters of Israel's intelligence agency. At least 4 civilians were reportedly killed, some blasts near the U.S. consulate. Others also reported in Syria. All of this raising concern about a wider spillover of violence across the region stemming from the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza.
We've done everything we can to deter this, but it obviously did not work, and the choice was up to Iran. So I do think Iran will likely amp up it through its proxies, of course.
Mick Mulroy, former Deputy Secretary of Defense for the Middle East, sounded the alarm last week over what Iran might do after the U.S. launched a series of attacks on Iranian-backed rebels in Yemen who've been targeting commercial ships, angry over the violence in Gaza. The U.S. State Department overnight condemned the new attacks in Iraq, saying, "We oppose Iran's reckless missile strikes, which undermine Iraq's stability." But Iran's Revolutionary Guards today threatened more revenge, citing what it calls recent atrocities by Israel. Iraq's government is holding a security meeting today to go over Iran's non-compliance with the security deal between the two countries. And here in the U.S., Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is now out of the hospital after prostate cancer treatment, just in time to face this new escalation.
Hi, everyone. George.
All right, so you see it there, and like I said, if I misspoke, in explaining the situation, Salakia, but that news clip, it clears it up, man. Iranian-backed militias were getting attacked, they retaliated, and ultimately there's been tension there for a very long time, but there's been even more tension as of late because of Israel's attacks against Hamas in the Gaza Strip, so there you go. You got this tit for tat going on, man, and this is what the birth pains that's leading up to that Third World War. Okay, that third woe. Let's get that real quick, and I'm gonna close it out, man. You go into Joel, you can read about that, the details of who's gonna be fighting who, man. And Russia coming forth with hooks, and they're gonna be a defense to these other nations, like Iran. You see, and those nations are gonna come up against Esau Edom, this devil, the beast, in that third world's war. So this is second Esdras, straight to the point. This is 16 and 37. It says, "Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth." All right, what's the major plague that the Lord's going to bring? Nuclear fire. All right, nuclear fire from the ICBM nuclear missiles. This last world war is going to be fought with flames and fuel of fire. Okay, fervent heat. All right, the nuclear arsenals are going to be used in this last war. That's why it's going to be a war like none other, because that level of power and devastation has never been seen upon this earth. And that's what's getting ready to take place. And the worst, the place that's going to get it the worst is right here in America, according to the scriptures. That's according to biblical prophecy. So you Americans are here all comfortable, living your lives, dwelling without care. The Lord getting ready to bring forth a great destruction to this place. So hey, it's best you be paying attention to what's going on in these news clips, because it's directly going to affect you eventually. It says, verse 39, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side." See? And that's what's getting ready to take place, man. That's why we're still looking at these birth pains, of wars and rumors of wars, of these skirmishes. Okay, those are the birth pains that's going to lead to that day when when the plagues are gonna come forth upon the earth. You see, so hey, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge. Shalom.